The Anti-Masonic Party, though short-lived, had a significant and lasting impact on the development of the American political system. As the first formalized political party in the United States to establish a codified platform and hold a national nominating convention, it set precedents that shaped the structure of modern political parties. The Anti-Masonic Party was founded in the late 1820s in upstate New York, sparked by the mysterious disappearance and presumed murder of William Morgan in 1826. Morgan, a former Mason, had threatened to publish a book revealing Masonic secrets. His disappearance was widely believed to be the result of Masonic retaliation, which stirred public outrage and fed suspicions of undue Masonic influence over government and law enforcement. This incident catalyzed a grassroots movement, initially moral and religious in nature, which grew into a political force. By 1828, the Anti-Masonic Party was formed, channeling public fear and resentment against what was seen as a secretive, elitist, and anti-democratic institution. Despite its narrow focus, the Anti-Masonic Party introduced several key innovations to American political life. In 1831, it became the first U.S. political party to hold a national convention to nominate a presidential candidate, establishing a tradition that both major parties would later adopt. It was also the first party to adopt a formal written platform, outlining its principles and policy goals. This innovation added a new layer of transparency and accountability to political campaigning. The Anti-Masonic Party organized from the ground up, with local clubs and state committees, another model that would be refined and adopted by the Whigs and Democrats. The party positioned itself against secret societies and elite institutions, tapping into popular anxieties about corruption, privilege, and unaccountable power. This populist streak would echo in future movements across American history. By the mid-1830s, the Anti-Masonic Party began to collapse, partly because it had achieved some of its goals, and partly because its members were absorbed into the emerging Whig Party. Its singular focus on Freemasonry made it difficult to adapt to the broader political landscape, dominated by issues like banking slavery and westward expansion. However, its influence lived on in several ways. Nearly every major party since has developed and published detailed platforms outlining their goals and values. The National Nominating Convention remains a hallmark of U.S. presidential politics. The Anti-Masonic Party foreshadowed later populist and reformist movements, such as the Know-Nothings, populists, and even modern anti-globalist or anti-elitist factions. Though Freemasonry is no longer a political lightning rod, the anti-Masonic legacy persists in third-party activism focused on transparency and accountability, often railing against perceived corruption. Conspiracy-fueled movements that challenge elite control and secretive institutions, reflected in 21st century political rhetoric. Structural reforms like open primaries and campaign finance transparency, which trace their intellectual heritage to anti-elitist critiques. The Anti-Masonic Party was more than a fleeting political curiosity. It was a crucible of democratic innovation, introducing foundational structures still used today, and a precursor to America's long tradition of skepticism toward concentrated, secretive power.